Hello, welcome to the next episode of uh, scripting basic coding tutorial. So, in this episode, I will be teaching you object values. So, if you go back into your script, which I've deleted it all, you will see, and if you look in your Explorer, you will see all these different things. Workspace, players, lighting, material service, replicated first, replicated storage, server, script service. But right now we'll be worrying about the workspace. So if you go back to your base plate or classic base plate, you see this object called base plate, right? That's this entire thing. And over here, its properties. Its brick color is dark stone gray. You can change it. For example, if we want to make it green, we could cast a shadow or not. There's another color value. That's an RGB. You can change the material, which if you want to change it to leafy grass, as you can see, it looks like that. If you want the default grass, you have to go to material service. You have to go to use 22 materials all the way down and toggle it. And then it turns back into the old one. You have to use normal grass, not leafy grass. So that's how you can get it to look like this. So, as you can see, these are all its properties. But now we're going to learn about object values and how to change properties in a script. So open up your script. So, as you can see, there's this base plate. Its parent is the workspace. That's its parent. So you can see it's the workspace is children. If we open it up, there's camera terrain, which don't mess with right now. Then there's base plate, which this is a part, which is a physical thing. So the way you can create a part is by going to the home and pressing part. And then you can press F to go to the part. And then as you can see, this is a part which is with its own values. But currently I'm going to press backspace and delete it for now. So we're just going to be learning about changing the values of the base plate. So, as you can see, if you want to change its brick color. So there's a bunch of new values you have to learn. But first we have to get the base plate. So if you're wondering how to get the base plate, we can do workspace dot base plate. Make sure it's capitalized like it is. So as you can see, it's workspace dot base plate. We have to make it be assigned to the variable. I'm going to make it local base plate equals workspace dot base plate. So when you do like a dot, like workspace dot, there's all of the children of workspace come, and workspace is the children of games. You can do, if you want to, instead of workspace dot base plate, you can do game dot workspace dot base plate. Make sure workspace is capitalized. And then the way you change the properties or something is kind of similar to accessing a children. You have to do base plate dot, and as you can see, there are all of its properties. Let's say you want to change its brick color. Your brick color, we're going to assign it to something. So you don't assign it to be like blue or anything. That's not how it works. You have to create a new brick color by typing brick color.new. Then in here you have to put the quotation marks. And as you can see, it just gives you a list of things you can change it to. So if you search a blue, there's a bunch of different blues you can make it. I'm going to set it to baby blue. So then if we press run, the script activates and makes it baby blue. We stop it, it goes back to green. Anything that is changed within a script only happens inside the game, not like it doesn't stay blue after you stop running it. So that's its one color. So if you want to change the actual color, which the actual color is like RGB. So the way you do that is dot color. As you can see, this is the names of the properties. That was for color. This is the color. So the way you do it is you do color3.new. You're creating a new color3. The reason why it's called color3 and not color is because there's 3 values you have to input into it. So what I like to do is I just create the brackets and then I put quotation marks in there. And when you automatically put like one quotation mark, it puts the other immediately for you. So I just put like whatever you want, like double quotes, and then you can have this select color, which allows you to select the color. For example, I want it to be red, all the way red. I can do it, and then it automatically fills it in for you. So the way you selected it to be red, if we go to run, as you can see, it's red. So I like to use color3 more than brick color because it gives you more variety and not just one solid color. So we're going to be learning how to change the material now. So the way you change the material is you can do baseplate.material. So there's different ways you can do it. You can just do like a quotation mark, like you can do neon equals quotation mark neon. And if you run it, it's a neon. There's another way that's slightly more complicated that I won't be showing you because you don't need to use it. You can just do that. The way you can see the materials is you go here, you click on material, you click on this arrow, and that's all the materials you can change it to. So the transparency, if we go back to the base plate, we can change this transparency slider, which makes it transparent. So we can also change that. We can change every single property in something if it's not grayed out. Like you can't change the class name, the resizable faces, or the resize increment, or the center of mass. You can't change any of that. But you can change the transparency and other things. So the next thing I'll be showing you is position. So position is a little complicated. It's sort of like color. So you know how color is like 3 values, red, green, and blue, and it creates it to a color. If we go down to position, as you can see, the position is 0, negative 10, 0. That's the position X, Y, and Z. So it's kind of similar. Since there are 3 values, you have to make it vector3.new. As vector3.new is the value for position. So you put the brackets. So we're changing it to be a new thing. So we can change X to be 0. We can change, but I'm going to change Y to baseplate.position.y plus 15. And then we'll change Z to 0. So this is basically grabbing the Y position currently of the base plate, which is negative 10, and we're adding another 15, which we don't need spaces to add, like 15, but you can add spaces if you want to. So this is setting its X to 0, its Z to 0, but its Y to being its current Y value plus 15. So if you check, if we go right to where the base plate is right now, you run it, as you can see, it's more up. It goes more up. We can change it to be 150 to see a more significant difference. As you can see, it's there. Now it's up here. So that's the basic of changing properties. One other fun property is, so you click this part, right? You created a part. So now you can just drag it and move it around. So now I'm going to press scale, and I'm going to change it to be like this. I'm going to make it be all the way up here. Then I'm going to go to the properties. I'm going to change anchored to checked. So what anchor does, it makes it not fall. So if you run it, as you can see, it doesn't fall. But if you go to the script, you can do local part equals game.workspace.part. So we're referring to the part. So we can do part dot anchored equals false. So now that it turns its anchored property off, it falls. So that's another property, and you can use scripts to change properties. So another thing, so you can do like local part equals game.workspace.part. Then we can do wait 5, which wait 5 means it waits 5 seconds. And you do part.anchored equals false. So when you run it, you just wait 5 seconds and then it falls. As you can see, it works. So that's the end of this tutorial. So, bye.